notes for you.
Yeah, we also did a whole unit on 50 Shades of Grey. This is a Yale class, guys.
I broke up with my ex, low-key, like, bad.
Everyone at Yale knows each other.
What would send non-Yale students into a coma?
God,
Yale
naked
loves
party.
nakedness.
Cause I kind of do want like, bitch, don't pay me out like that. Lelah, you peed yourself. Lelah, you told us you peed yourself.
Yeah,
Should we do a clapper?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Sweet podcast, take one.
Bro, you made no fucking
Okay, sweet podcast, take one.
Hi everyone, this is I-22. We're missing one sweet mate today, but the rest of us are present. We're going to introduce ourselves first.
Wait, can we do like the traditional Yale intro?
Oh my god, yeah, wait,
Yeah.
that's genius.
My name's Rory. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm a cognitive science major. And I
Pronouns.
still live in college. And my pronouns are she, her.
Hi, I'm Millie, she, her, Aries. Sorry. I'm from Los Angeles, major in cognitive science.
Sarah, she, her, I'm from Minnesota, architecture econ.
Hi, I'm Lelah. I'm from Los Angeles, same as Millie, and my pronouns are she, her. I am 6 foot tall. And I'm majoring in environmental studies.
And the famous thing that ties all of us together is that we live together in this suite that you're seeing on camera right now. Today, we're going to give you guys an introduction to us via some questions. Don't look, don't look, don't look. And we're gonna start by dipping our toes into like academics. And then we'll get more like spicy. Yeah. Let's start with academics. The first question I have is Yale actually hard?
Wait, it's hard.
It's really hard. It's really hard.
It depends on how seriously you take it. For me, I don't.
Layla does lock in. This past week, she's been alone in the common room. You just walk in and she's like, hey, tweaking.
Wait, like a week before she was hey, but she was crocheting.
Yeah.
This year I've been listening to all my readings as audiobooks. And I have ADHD, so I got a free Speechify account, but everyone gets it. And it just reads your readings out loud to you. So I just like play games on my phone or do audiobooks. Sometimes I switch off between Snoop Dogg and Gwyneth Paltrow for which voices.
Snoop Dogg reads your readings for you.
Snoop Dogg was telling me all about hydrological power.
Any other thoughts on Is Yale hard?
It's hard.
Take it from this one.
She's always
Rory's
locked
the
in.
most academically locked out of all of us.
I will say out of our suite, like in general, we're pretty much chillers. Rory's the only real grinder. Weirdest classes we've taken. I'm taking it right now. It's called Writing Anthropology of Digital Fan Communities. It's an anthropology class on fandoms. We have analyzed lesbian fan fiction, talked about Larry fan art, aka Louis Tomlinson and Harry Styles. We also did a whole unit on 50 Shades of Grey. This is a Yale class, guys. I'm paying money to take this class. And you know what? It's never been more liberating.
Millie's a Wattpad girl and she is in a Wattpad class.
Did you take the K-pop class?
No, but there are a bunch of K-pop classes. Shout out K-pop.
The K-pop instructor was a visiting professor for one of my classes and she gave us a whole lecture on
K-pop.
On K-pop, yeah.
And then Layla was like, I can share my notes with you, Millie, because I was doing a K-pop final project for this class. But yeah, that's my weirdest class, guys.
I think mine must be my first year seminar. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but the title is something like how to build flying, shaking things, machines. This weird like sculpture class. And I like made a tree with found materials.
What was like your final project?
I
The
have to
tree?
make this crazy video. A Lego Elsa goes on like a journey to like put it together on iMovie and it's just like a really
Hell
shitty
yeah.
quality animation.
There's always some fuck-ass like video project that we have to do.
I have one coming up.
Oh my
I do
god.
too.
Okay, same thing.
Wait, mine are so vanilla. My weirdest class is probably bioanthro. We're learning about anthropology, we're learning about evolution, monkeys, a lot of monkeys. The professor's really into it.
The professor
He
had malaria.
He did. He's a malaria survivor.
and he's here teaching us about hominins.
My favorite class I've ever taken at Yale was dismantling narratives of empires.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get into a Bad Bunny class for next semester.
Yeah.
It's like literally like analyzing all of Bad Bunny's songs, learning about like Puerto Rican identity. I like really hope I get in.
When she was studying for oceanography midterm,
She also
she's like
assigned
super
us a
into it.
fish.
So Murray and Franklin, they will be catadromous fish.
The question that she posed to me in the laundry room and to everyone else in the laundry room was, if you guys could be a fish, would you be a fish? And she was like, of course I would be a fish.
But I was saying that everyone else would also be fish. Like you could choose. Do you want to live in a fish world or in like
human world.
I live in a human world.
I wasn't a human.
I can't be an architect as a fish. That's stupid.
She could be a coral reef.
Forget about being the architect. You're the fucking architecture, bro.
You can be a coral reef.
I was just a mermaid.
No, you
weren't!
You weren't, Rory. You're not normal, Rory. Let's move on to social life. It's time to get into it. Juicy. How has your friend group changed since freshman year? I think we gotta start with this one.
Millie and I were in the same friend group last year and same friend group now, but they are kind of different.
Oh, brother.
Wait, it's actually not even that deep. We still talk to them. Everyone's still friends. And
We
it's
just like have drifted a lot. Like I don't think we're as close with them as we used to be. I also think that one thing that happened sophomore year, you just become way closer with the people you live with.
because you choose who you live with, because you're randomly assigned freshman year.
Now instead of like going to like a social space, I just want to go back to my suite.
We'll like stalk each other's locations to
Yeah,
see who's
totally.
home and then know if we should go home. I don't think I had a friend group freshman year. Mine was more of like a floater vibe.
And like us as a suite, we're like very social as a collective.
Yeah.
This is true.
Like-
We're all like pretty extroverted.
We're all pretty extroverted.
Even
And we like
Rory.
bring people to
Rory was in Yale Reserve, by the way. Partying at Yale. What is the social scene like?
Yale social life is like very, very much centered on going to formals, which is really interesting
Oh,
because I feel
yeah.
like freshman year I went to like maybe 17 formals. What? So
First
many-
year formal.
First year formal.
First year like dinner slash basically formal.
Yeah.
So like residential college formals. Like I went to Branford formal. I went to Ben Franklin formal.
Every residential college,
Beautiful.
like at one point in a year, will like throw a formal, a like fancy party.
Yeah.
So I would say we're in formal season right now. Like there's a formal every weekend.
We're not as big of a frat culture. It's more centered around these like private, sort of more
Yeah.
exclusive.
I feel like it kind of speaks to like Yale as a whole. Like we have like the societies, we have residential colleges. It's very much like in like groups, I would say.
And then when there is like Greek life stuff, like it's the same like 30% of the grade that is going out.
When you go out, you're like, I know who I'm gonna see.
You go out and like you don't meet like new people. Like I feel like freshman year was a lot of like, oh my god, like I don't know anyone. But now everyone at Yale knows each other.
because it's so small and insular, or like you'll at least hear about people.
Yeah, like you at
And also
You know all the
sneaky, Yale Greek life is going to the shitter. Right
Yeah,
now.
guys, it's
Oh,
really.
yeah.
There was one street that I feel like a majority of parties happened on, and now like
It's like a
Shift.
big,
there's a big shift in
big
exchange.
cultural shift.
Oh, what would send non-Yale students into a coma? That's good.
Should we do it? What would
Yeah.
send non-Yale students into a coma? How full life is. Everybody's squeezing as much out of Yale
Yeah.
as they can.
I think the art scene, anything music, like
Yeah,
theater,
really.
Yale arts is like on another level.
The one thing I think sets Yale apart is the grabbing a meal culture.
Mm.
I feel like you'll see someone that you haven't talked to in so long or someone that you've never met and they'll be like, oh my god, let's grab a meal. The ranking as to how intimate grabbing meals are, we were talking about this, how coffee is seen as more intimate than lunch.
Totally. That's
and
a date, Loki.
That's a date. If you're grabbing breakfast, you guys are like real ones. That's like
Yeah, that means like
Yeah.
you're willing to let them see you at your literal
yeah,
worst.
brunch is like, not only are they your real ones, but they're the people that you're unfiltered with.
Brunch should also be like big group vibes.
Yeah.
That's like the easiest
But
to
it's
coordinate.
True.
It's-
I
This is
haven't
true.
been to brunch since.
Thanks, Rory. Let's keep going.
But yeah, it's like very much like, you would think that asking someone to grab dinner would be kind of romantic. It's not. You just
Dinner
go to
is
like
like-
dining halls and just like
Yeah.
talk.
But
But
it is either my closest friends or like
The-
someone I meet
Like
for the
someone
first time.
random that, yeah. And then lunch is like Loki the happy medium.
Lunch is Loki
lunch
alone.
is, yeah. Or it's with like a friend that you have class with.
and it's like a
Yeah.
weekly standing thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So after skills every day, our 2-hour class, we all haul out.
That's so cute.
cute.
And we all 20 of us gather around one circle.
Aw. I think the comedy scene, I feel like people
Yeah,
get shocked
low-key.
by Millie's in 2 awesome comedy groups, Feel the Question and Red Hot Poker, and people line up to come to the shows.
Yeah, like-
I have been
Yes.
denied at more comedy shows than I have at frats this year. We have a lot of traditions. Like,
Naked run, nakedness. God,
Yale
naked
loves
party.
nakedness. We have naked parties, which are like
Naked
secret
run.
vibes. Naked run, which is like
Secret orgies.
this thing that happens in the library.
Diana B.
Cut that.
Sorry, I just think like the parties, like we have such weird traditions. Australia Day. There's this party called Australia Day that the heavyweight crew team throws. And the event is them taking things that they find at dumpsters, sinks, pianos,
TVs.
yeah, TVs, microwaves, and they throw them out of windows. After they throw something, the crew guys run and stomp on it.
This is
Yeah.
such bad looks for you.
Yeah, Melbourne Cup, also a heavyweight crew party.
If you couldn't tell, heavyweight crew definitely throws the most
Yeah.
eccentric
Interesting part.
parties.
Yeah, we've
I've never been to one.
Wait, I'm trying to bring her to one. Bring her to one.
Wait, I have one more, which is like the lack of sleep. Genuinely, nobody sleeps on this campus.
I sleep.
No.
Well, yeah,
there's
it's like
I think
Yeah.
you two are actually the only ones that don't sleep.
Yeah, I feel like
the
we-
rest of us sleep. Me-
I've
You're
been
someone
asked-
who's willing to sacrifice sleep for anything.
I'm lucky not.
Wait, let's do some stuff on dating, of course.
Basically, when Millie and I were single during it was like Halloween.
And we were so desperate and sad.
Basically, we looked up a statistic about like what college do like people actually like get married from, like do you meet your lifetime partner from, and Yale was like number 3.
Damn,
Yeah.
really?
T3, baby.
Like my professor met his wife at Yale.
It's such a
Yeah.
marriage-centric
It's
place.
so cute.
And we also have like marriage pact, and you fill out a form about like your personal interests and thoughts. They match you to someone you would be most compatible with to marry. The question is, do you think you'll marry someone at Yale / find your lifetime partner at Yale?
No. I feel like I've had bad romantic luck at this institution.
I would say 50% chance yes, but it won't be someone that I was dating in college or like even like at a job or like networking or something. Like you'll find someone that went to Yale. Doesn't necessarily mean that they went at the same time as you, but I feel like your college itself is like such like a formative, like it's like a formative moment in your life. I probably will marry someone that maybe went to Yale or was in my class but I just didn't know. I'm waiting for the glow ups.
My take is I hope to meet my lifetime partner at Yale.
And I think you have.
And you low-key have.
We'll have to tell the setup story.
Basically, well, because of all these formals and crushes that happen on campus, there's a lot of opportunities to be set up by your friend.
Wait, I think that's us.
Or yeah, maybe that's just our suite. Our suite is super
Constantly.
We're always trying to set each other up
always
all the
cooking.
time. Lelah set up Sarah. One fun story is when we saw him at a party, Sarah's current boyfriend that is, we were walking like on the street and he had just exited. He had just exited G-Ave.
I've talked to this man maybe once freshman year, like Lake Place block party, which is the first darty of the year.
So she doesn't know if he remembers her, but I'm like, he definitely remembers you. Like he definitely does. Oh wait, we had just left G-Ave and they were just going into G-Ave.
And we have food in our hands.
And we had all the foods in our hands. We had already purchased everything. But I was like, Sarah, we have to go back. I drag her ass back
This is
in there.
Halloween weekend. We were in our costumes and then Millie drags me right back in there.
We like do one like theatrical circle around
You
the,
just like bought gum or something.
around the, and he's in line. So we walk up to
He
the
has
line.
like a jug of milk.
Well, I'm like, hey there, Dylan. And he's like, hello? And then I'm like, oh, I saw you at Lowe's or something like that. We were being really creepy. And then I was like, you know my friend Sarah, right?
And I said nothing.
And I turned to her. She's silent. She's silent. She's looking at the ground.
Non-verbal.
Non-verbal.
And you know what, that's okay. Separately, I had met him at a party, had no idea who he was, immediately saw him and I was like, he would be so cute with Sarah. I come back and I say, I don't know his name, but I'm gonna set you up with him.
Yeah.
I think 2 weeks later, I was at another party and I went up to him and I was like, you're gonna go with my suitmate to Crush. You're gonna take her to Crush. Had another friend text him, send Sarah's number to him.
Did more than I did.
You planted the seed. They went to formal together. I think somehow I swindled an invite to go to see how it went.
Wait, the whole suite went to formal that day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what was the formal?
Signet Crush.
Oh wait, everyone but Millie. What were you
Wait,
doing?
but it was fun, and now they're dating. And now the whole suite goes to his tennis games.
This Sunday,
This
Soy
Sunday
versus Harvard.
Do I think I'll marry someone at Yale? I don't know if I want to get married. I think in terms of lifetime partners, I think yes. Like it's starting to become more real that like this is a place where I would want to find someone. Things are just so up in the air because I haven't ever thought about my romantic life in any like serious way.
Yeah.
But it feels so serious in college.
You're with them.
Damn, we're kind of old.
Constantly, and
Yeah,
it's like, wow,
this is true.
like, I spend every single day with this person.
Yeah, ever
What are we
since-
building?
Ever since getting a boyfriend, I feel like I've like thought about marriage on average like 3 times a day or more. This is something that I wasn't even sure about like 2 months ago. But now I'm like, do I want to get married? Should I start looking now? What would a marriage look like? And then obviously I
Wow.
consider my partner in a marriage and measure whether they're good or bad. Low-key judge them a little when I feel like they'd be bad. Like if they do a behavior that's
No, I
like,
get it.
you'd be a bad
Yeah.
husband, I'm like, sir?
I think as you hear all the other like success stories, like my sister met her boyfriend on virtual orientation day, and they have been dating for 4 years.
All 3
My
of
sister
y'all.
was Yale. Yes.
That's incredible. Oh wait, should we do our first impressions of each other?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. I'll go because I met Millie during Bulldog Days.
Oh my god, she's told me her first impression and it low-key broke me, guys.
We met on this tour, and then she like said something along the lines of, like, I think this is where we say hi, or like this is where I introduce myself. Trying to break the awkwardness of like,
I literally turned
you like turned on, you're like,
You hear a voice behind you.
You were in front of us.
She was in the front of the line. She was eager.
I was like,
Well, at first I was like, she's a lot. I don't know if I can match that freak. Like, I got separated from Millie after that, and
yeah,
then
Bulldog Days friendships can crumble, guys.
crumble.
Unfortunately.
Yes.
but many last for a lifetime.
Yeah.
That too. Even if they think you're weird and derpy, when you thought they were nice and cool, you thought they were nice.
So you thought Sarah was nice and cool.
Yeah. And also she had this like sweater.
I wore that sweater because I knew everyone was gonna
You
compliment.
knew. They were like, oh, this sweater looks so good. Sweater
Where'd
looks
you
so
get it?
good.
Where'd you get it? And I got it abroad. It was this Korean company.
Oh,
that's
oh,
what-
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Rory and I were suitemates freshman year. First we DM'd each other.
Loki guys, everyone DMs before Bulldog.
Yeah.
It's like a scheduled hangout.
I DM'd her and I was like, wow, I'm so excited. And Rory's Instagram like is just so like
So
artsy.
cool. Instagram up here, guys. It's so cool.
She's so artsy fartsy. I'm so excited. We like decorate the dorm together. It's so cute. And I'm like, wow. And this is like my first taste of like a real New Yorker. Intimidating, but I was also like, you're so cool. Like cool, intimidating was my first like impression. Because I'm just a small town girl from Minnesota. I was also low-key like intimidated.
No.
From afar.
I had also heard about Sarah through my sister who's also named Sarah. She always has this narrative in her mind that I just have really bad friends. She's like, Lelah, like your friends are too mean. Like you need to meet Sarah. She's a real, true, genuine one. She told us a bunch of kids in her focus group too, like please be my sister's friend. And then it came up to me and they're like, so are you okay?
Like, no. Leilah's complex with like everyone at Yale is like she felt like she already knew them because she's always been. She is the social queen of Yale.
She can have a conversation with any single person on this campus.
Well, I was gonna say very similar vibes to Millie because there was not anyone that didn't know Millie. Or at least we had seen your TikTok. I feel like we had never officially hung out or talked, but I always would wave to you.
It was such a huge ego boost for Leila to be able to wave at me. It would actually make my day. Waving culture is like a huge thing. They wave at you, you don't wave back. You feel bad for the rest of the day.
The rest of the day. Hey, I'm so sorry I didn't see you. I didn't realize it was cute.
If you wave at them and they didn't wave back at you, you never wave again.
That's trauma. You can't even look them in the eye.
Honestly, when I see them, I remember when they didn't wave at me.
Yes, my first impression of Rory was through Instagram, and I was like, she's too indie for me. Like,
Wait,
she's too...
this is really funny because I saw your post and I was like, I really want to be friends with her, and then you didn't DM me, and then I was really sad about it. Lelah, as I was just saying, I was like, wait, this girl's so cool, and I kind of thought we could be friends. As much as she's saying I liked underground stuff, like I feel like we were both like big readers.
How did you guys know all this about each other before you got to Yale?
Because it says it on her post.
Yeah, on like the Yale class.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Did you guys all post?
Yeah, did you?
No.
Honestly,
Wow.
you're the best.
Underground Sarah.
Yeah. And then Sarah, very similar to her impression of me. Millie, I honestly was really fucking scared of Millie.
Really?
Because I kind of knew Millie didn't like me. So I was like, bro, I'm scared of this girl, but it's okay. Times have changed.
Times have changed, guys. That being said, I'll share my first impressions. How I knew Rory was because Sarah was suitemates with Rory. At the first big party of the year, we see Sarah and we're like, oh my god, she's with all the white people. We need to save her. It wasn't against all white people. It was specifically the fact that Sarah seemed a little lost. Like it was just such a big group of white people. And she was in the back like,
Bitch, don't pay me out like that. I sound so lame.
Millie, stop pretending everyone is a derpy person anymore.
you're right, guys.
Funny.
I was playing a
She's writing this narrative about sad little Sarah.
This is actually me.
Yeah, I'm crying.
Sarah was actually not lost. I just personified that in my own best of psycho head.
Droopy ass brain.
You know, that was an important moment of bonding. And also, it showed Sarah, I'll be there for her. But
Even when she doesn't
anyway,
want it.
that's how me and Sarah became close. And she like talked about the different people in that group and Rory was one of them. I was like, all right, I guess Rory's chill, but if I had to choose one of them, it wouldn't be her, you know? Every time I was in Sarah's room, me and Rory would have like an awkward exchange. Yeah. Rory would like ask Sarah something and I'd be like, when I found out we were all living together, I was like, oh, I don't know Rory like that, and I was nervous and scared. I think that Rory to me represents like a mirror of myself in many ways. That being said, we formed a beautiful, beautiful bond this year. I think just like through being together more and like me realizing that Rory's the fucking goat. And I've low-key been telling people that actively. Abby the other day asked me how are you and I was like, Rory's the goat. I was gonna say go and bitch. I was gonna say go and great.
Wait, groat is a great saying.
Greatest goat.
I'm gonna start using groat.
And then Sarah, well, I already basically said that. Those are my impressions, and I love these girls all very dearly. Sweet's most famous illnesses.
Let's go down the line, like, no explanation.
Yeah, can't be low bacteria.
Herpangina.
Mono.
Whooping cough.
Boom!
Okay.
Yeah, most likely to hook up with a B-knock, then lie about it.
Big name on campus.
Lie about it in the sense that you exaggerate the details so that it's insane.
3, 2, 1.
Lelah. Oh.
Millie.
Oh, yeah.
It's either these two.
It's me or Leila. Who's most likely to cry in the bathroom?
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Wait, why did we get Lelah?
Rory like would accidentally find herself in baths.
I have tried in baths. I broke up with my ex, low-key, like, no, it wasn't
In baths?
I like, went to baths right after.
Who's most likely to make a situation
Or relationship.
or relationship their entire personality?
1, 2, 3. Are you kidding? How many times a day do I have to hear? I'm just on sleep. Oh,
This is low-key true. Who's most likely to say I'm unbothered while actively plotting revenge?
1, 2.
Wait, squeeze up with there. 2, 3.
And Millie. Millie will come to bat for her friend.
But you would not say you're unbothered. Like, I think
We would know you're mad.
Who's most likely to disappear on a night out and come back with a wild story?
3, 2, 1.
She's the leader of the side quest army, bro.
Oh my
Nobody has ever side quested like this girl.
And I somehow come up with stories about myself that aren't true. Like, I told everyone.
We were at a concert all day because we work for like this like student record label, and we'd been there for like 10-12 hours. Lelah goes, guys, I think I'm gonna pee myself. So then our other friend's like, guys, I think Layla peed herself. We kept being like, Layla, you peed yourself. Layla, you told us you peed yourself.
People keep on being like, oh my god, I heard you peed your pants, you're having so much fun.
The worst part of the joke is that I actually peed myself.
Cut that! Sarah fake peed herself.
I was pacing back and forth on the porch.
Who's most likely to go on a date just for the content?
Boom.
Yeah, fair. Who's most likely to drop a class because of the vibes? 1, 2, 3.
Oh wait, true. No,
I always do that. Who's most likely to be mysterious but accidentally overshare constantly? 1, 2, 3.
Oh wait, what?
I never
Who's most likely to say I'm not a party girl and end up at Toad's till 2 a.m.?
Sneaky Rory.
Yeah.
When she's out, she stays out.
We were at like a party and she's like, wait, I'm gonna go for a sec to go get ice cream with Lelah and her mom. Oh, okay. And she's like, I'll be back though, like in case you want to hit Silliman formal after this. Don't be Layla.
Wait, no, I have to be so happy.
I'm doing a Dylan call.
Then we should just give up for now. Everyone had to go, as per usual. Layla had to pee, Sarah's calling her boyfriend, and me and Rory are the only ones left. By the way,
gross.
the only groats. Do you see this? Do you see this? Love sucks!
Don't get a boyfriend.
Don't get a boyfriend. Alright, we love you guys so much, Millinator Nation. Bye. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Whatever. You got a lion.
That's a good thing. Girl, what are you doing?